When he's planting, he is also putting down a starter fertilizer with it as a nice pop-up source that's right on the seed, so the root hairs can be right there to absorb it readily to get it out of the ground. Ideally, we would like to see every seedling in this plot to pop up within 12 hours of each other, so we're doing our best to get it to do that.
This is the Fertilizer Institute's 4R Field Report, on-farm nutrient stewardship information about how the right source, right time, right rate, and right place interact with issues facing everyone. 2015 4R advocate Joel Erickson and crop advisor Andrew Kappas discussed the layout for this year's seed test plot. Advanced genetics and precision agriculture are important elements of a successful 4R program. South Dakota's cool fall temperatures make anhydrous ammonia the nitrogen source of choice.
We've been, our program has been no-till since, probably 1992 is when we really went all into the no-till program. We'd been a conservation, reduced tillage type operation prior to that. So you get most of our fertilizer put on in the fall. Our soils are heavy enough that kind of allows us to do that, I guess. So we get most of it done then. As far as the 4Rs, as far as application and timing and whatnot, and the rates, we're using the MCB program that South Dakota Wheat Growers offers. And with that, then we're also doing the variable rate program with both our fertilizer and our seed. We're using primarily ammonia and anhydrous ammonia as our source of nitrogen. And then we're using phosphate and potash. The phosphate is in the form of mez. And then we're also here now at planting time, we're putting on just a little pop-up. 1034 is a pop-up in furrow with putting on about 4 gallons of that per acre with half a gallon of zinc at the same time. And then we're also putting in a little 4 ounces of sand, which is a plant growth regulator. And so that's kind of the basics of our fertilizer program.
Setting out seed plots is labor intensive, as each planter box is vacuumed clean before new seed is added for another planter run. By comparison, the start of the 2015 growing season was computer intensive, and this work occurred right after last year's harvest. Andrew gives us a taste of what goes on before the tractor and planter roll.
Well, right now we are building fertilizer prescriptions based on the fertilizer credits and the soil samples that we have from last year. After we get these built, we can send them into a floater to get spread or anhydrous knived, and we can also build variable rate seeding off of these same maps by clicking the populations that we want based on soil samples and yield goals.
You know, some of the things that I need to be looking at in the future is side dressing. And once this crop is up, you know, putting on more of it as the crop is growing. And I'm sure that's one of the things that the 4R is working towards. And it's just kind of a tough time of year. You got to be dedicated to getting that done, and Mother Nature doesn't always allow you either. Right. So it's kind of a dicey thing. You don't want to. You can't be putting. I don't think we can, for our program. I don't think I can wait and put all of our nitrogen needs on at that time. But certainly we could probably, do a portion of it. The 4R program was new to me. I just learned about it here this winter. And it's got a lot of merit. Putting the right fertilizer down, that's crucial. Putting it at the right time, in the right place, in the right amounts. Those are all things that we're all striving to do on a day-to-day basis out here in our farming operation. So they're on the right track with what they're trying to accomplish with the 4R program. And if, as producers, if we don't speak up for what we're accomplishing out here and trying to feed this growing population, then who will? Because if we're not always the loudest voice sometimes, and so we need to be advocates for agriculture in South Dakota.
For more information about the 4Rs, visit nutrientstewardship.com.